Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to OTL Racing here on Twitch for round number 2 of the Touring Car season number 6 on Project Car 2 on Xbox One. Hope you are all well. So yes, Snetterton at 200 as you can see this evening, hopefully not as wet as it looks in that picture. Of course we don't run wet weather on here, game can't handle it, so we stick with the nice and dry and balmy conditions. But it should be on for some great racing as always. Evening Chaos, evening Wheels. Carl, well, evening. Yeah, we're here to see your see your friend in his first Tier 1 race. Very excited to see how he fares. Evening Visa, if you're still here. AJ. Evening J Hig. Hope you are all very well. Evening JJ. Yeah, ma'am. Good luck tonight. So, actually, do you know what? If he's leaving the pits in a second, we'll go on board with him for a little bit. So, worth 907. Been promoted up from Tier 2, so it's going to be a different kettle of fish here, but fascinated to see how he fares this evening. So just the one round has been run so far last week with our 3 races as always, so still plenty of points have been gathered. And we can see how the championship looks so far. So Tam sitting proudly at the top of the tree, 87 points, 7 clear of Willie Blackhammer and AJ in third on 74. Willie winning 2 of the 3 races last week, but a poor race in the race number 2 puts him back by 7 points. Otherwise you think he'd be in a nice comfortable lead of the championship, but not so. Difficult corner here, you'll see a lot of the drivers struggling around there. Worth doing it fairly nicely though. Decent rejoin there, I think that's from D-Stack just behind. Chaos Theory down in 4th, not the best week for him last week, but fairly consistent, but not quite the pace you might have seen from him in the Radicals. Yoda down in 5th spot on 66, tied with Chaos Theory, but just behind him on countback, because it's actually due to Chaos Theory's second best result being a 4th at the moment, is why they're separated, so nice and close. Captain Crampy in 6th on 54, J Hig 7th on 48, saying that had 2 pole positions last week and had an absolute mare in both races. So maybe it's good if he doesn't get a pole position. That might mean his race goes a bit more swimmingly. But yeah, it looked quick last week, so slightly odd position for him to be in the standings. Could see him perform a bit better than his current position. We have Mr. Fish, looked fairly strong, just unlucky with instance last week. Caught in 8th spot. D-Stack 9th again, another strong driver. So it's such a stacked grid really. Wizard U, not here this week, but in 10th, and then we have Chronic on 32 in 11th. But yeah, there's points here for all throughout. Chronic, even he looked up to a good speed last week. He was pretty competitive. It just didn't quite go his way in the races themselves. And sometimes that's the bit that's difficult to get right. You can have the speed over 1 lap or 2, but to be able to handle that over 10 minutes of intense racing. It's only short races, 10 minutes, but how close everyone is, yeah, it does now feel like a lot of hard work. So we've come over the line, set his first lap, hopefully set a valid time. They're all straight up into second, so there we go. I know, they're great, aren't they, Sharpie? So tempted to time you out. I won't yet. I'll think about it though. So yeah, not too bad there. Just over a quarter of a second backwarth from Captain Crampy's first time. So you've got Tam, AJ and Willie all sitting in the pits. As they are top 3 in the standings at the moment. Evening Tam. Evening sir, hope you are doing well. So Yoda clearly still warming up those tyres. It's Chronic, see how he's doing. Tam's always on the beers, I'd imagine. As long as he doesn't drink, you know, as long as he drives responsibly. On a Tuesday, starting the weekend early, good lord. Fair play. Whatever floats your boat. So final corner, let's see what he can do. So only driver out on track to have not set a valid time so far. J Hig popping it into the pits, already in 3rd. And Chronic does not set a valid time, so that invalidation yet still costing him on that lap. Mr. Fish up into provisional pole, 1:11.293. So it's been looking pretty good in practice. Top 5 already only 3.5 tenths from each other. qualifying for Thursday. I mean, that's not as bad. It's closer to the weekend, Willie. That helps. Go on board with Chaos Theory. Not going to miss that BMW. It's not getting that very sideways. We're going to have to collect it though before the right hander. Make sure you don't take too much of that sausage curb. And he's letting them go. So I think that was that Fish just behind him? It was in the Brexit Mobile BMW livery. Nice and patriotic number. I'm jealous because you're under oath. Yeah, a little bit. I'm sure AJ doesn't drink. I'm sure he's a good, responsible young lad. I'm sure they start them young up there, but hopefully not that young. So yeah, Fish not improving there, but he'll get going again. So it's a very good lap times. They're very consistent. Captain Crampy looking pretty solid. 39 thousandths off his time at the moment. 1:11.321. So a difficult corner that coming into that left right of Brundle and Nelson. You will see some mistakes there. Down through a bomb hole, or as I said the other day, you have to say that as a bum hole. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you get a chance to pronounce it like it sounds like a rude word, genuinely go for it. I'm in Scotland if I really wanted to drink cold. Oh, I know, AJ. That's exactly what I was getting at. Oh, Crampy. Oh, come on. Oh, no, there we go. Flipping heck. 4 wheels definitely quicker than 2, but who? Beg your pardon. Yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, I was thinking at AJ, I was like, if you really wanted to drink, young Scottish lad, I'm sure it's probably feasible. Oh, another one. Jay here taking as much of that sausage curb as possible. So you're doing that in the race, that's going to cost you so dearly. So it's going to be those fine margins. Now it's a tough one. It's a track I like, but I've never quite mustered out how to be. Never quite worked out how to be good at it. Annoyingly, those two things, not always connected. Back on board with Woof 907, so he's already mingling it really well in this top tier. Just over 3/10 off that pole position, so right in amongst Chaos Theory and Yoda and D-Stack. So yeah, looks like it's definitely been a good choice to put him up into the top tier. Difficult when drivers are slightly newer here. They don't often, you've got less to go on in terms of form, especially from car to car, different classes. Pace varies massively. So does he improve again? Let's see. He does not, so still stays in that pretty decent position. Captain Crampy just coming around to the final corner through Murray's down to the line. See Chaos Theory just up the road there. See if Chaos Theory improves as well. Well, Chaos Theory moves up to 3rd. Captain Crampy does not improve. So Chaos Theory now 0.123. So very close between them. Then hopefully Woof would send a report in and it would be looked at by the incident panel. There you are, that's a nice formal response. Hopefully Woof would take it, maturely, know that someone probably didn't mean it, they just made a mistake. Yeah, no one's that stupid, mate. If anyone crashes into anyone on purpose here, they get kicked out of the community instantly. Absolutely instantaneously. We've done it 3 or 4 times over 3 years. So yeah, someone hits someone on purpose, they are literally gone. So yeah, that shouldn't happen. Yeah, Daddy's back. Yes, him. I tried to not say the end bit. I just call him Daddy's back. Doesn't sound any better, really, does it? It just sounds different, weird. Final corner for Captain Crampy. Going to get past Fish's time of 1:11.282. Still holding on to that pole. Chaos Theory still just ahead. Another good lap from him, maybe here. Keep an eye. Oh, he's only 1,000th off of Captain Crampy. Crampy does not improve. So, well, Chaos Theory couldn't get any closer to the back of Crampy in terms of time. Oh, right, you're one of them, are you? Okie dokies. Okay, you've probably gone with the softer one for Twitch then. I appreciate that because I definitely would. If the other one, if that was your Twitch name, I would definitely just be calling you Mike. You're probably a grown up as well. You're probably old enough to You're not 12, is my guess. That's yeah. These times are a little bit too fast. So So 4 hundredths of a second between the top three. Yoda at 0.132 back is in fourth, and it's coming to the end of his lap now. So coming around to Murray's, down towards the line again. Let's see what he can do. Jerry Master, evening man. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. So Yoda not improving. J Hig, also Chaos Theory just improved by 18/1000ths of a second. Moved it up into second, so he's moving just that slowly, teensy bit towards the top time. Fish though, looking like he's on for a pole position. If Chaos Theory or Captain Crampy can do anything about it, though they've only got this last lap to do so. Yeah, lending my back up for this, Mike. Yeah, you're a terrible person. Is your name actually Mike? Just to ask. I don't know. That's subjective, to be honest. That depends on class and Chaos was in the recent Logitech. Name's Kieran. Terrible. Just for the lols. Fair enough. I just thought I'd ask. But yeah, they're pretty solid wheels. They're pretty solid. Now some of the quickest. Yeah, absolutely, definitely some of the quickest. Are they absolute quickest on terms of hot lap? Possibly not. In terms of race pace, pretty close, I think so. Chaos now in that final corner. So, does he like it? Is he going to keep going all the way to the line? Crampy is done, so he was not improving. So, Chaos Theory, can he now pole off Mr. Fish? Or let's have a look. Mr. Fish will be gutted if so. Or will he keep that pole position? He does keep it, and no improvement there from Chaos Theory. So, Mr. Fish in that Beamer takes that pole position with a 1:11.282. So, looking very, very strong this evening. Chaos Theory in the. Are they the only two Beamers on grid? I think they are. So they're very strong around here then. 21 thousandths between them. Captain Crampy only another 18 thousandths of a second just behind him. It's very, very close between all three. Yoda only 0.13 behind. J Hig in fifth. Nearly a quarter of a second back. Worth in sixth. But again, very good showing that. Only 3/10 off of pole. So he very much belongs in the top tier. Grant Chronic, again, only half a second back. Only 8/10 between the top 8. So yeah, not really much you can argue about that. It's pretty good from all of them. So here we go then. Shouldn't take them very long to ready up. Yeah, just a tad. So slightly annoying camera view. Are we gonna? No. That sounded like a car starting up and installing. There we go. So all the drivers are ready and rearing to go. 3 red lights are all up. And they're away. It looks like a solid start from Chaos Theory on the inside there. He's going to make a move very early doors onto the inside of Mr. Fish. Now he slots in behind. So I don't think he'll go for a move at turn 1. Look at the gap between those two Beamers off the line. They're always so strong at the start of the race. And then McGann's being left dead in the water a little bit. But these two getting ahead nicely into the first couple of corners. Going to the tight right-hander. Captain Crampy hanging out a little bit wide. Yoda going up his inside. He's going to make that move. Captain Crampy has to take a little bit of a cut on the curb. So if we give him a time penalty for that, that could possibly be appealed. It depends. We'd have to have a look at that afterwards. But look at this. There's 4 cars here very close to each other. Those two green Zazvima liveries and the black and green behind them. It's going to be very, very close here into Nelson's and Brundle. Very, very tricky corners on your own, let alone when you're in a group. But look at that. Superbly handled by all of them, you have to say. Or a little bit of a bump off the sausage curb. We'll see a few of them tonight, I'm sure. So 3 10-minute races as always. So we'll see plenty of jumps in the air, I'm sure. So superb start from the top 2. So Mr. Fish come around to complete the first lap. Chaos Theory hunkering in behind though for the long haul. So not a very long lap, obviously, just over 1 minute 10. So we'll get plenty of times round. Plenty of laps of this lovely circuit. J Hig all the way up to third. Captain Crampy down to fourth. Yoda's lost out a little bit down in fifth. He has got Worth just behind him. Oh, I'm saying that just as I go on board with him, he makes a mistake. Easy corner to make a mistake at, and actually he's handled that pretty well. And to be fair to him, as long as he doesn't go careening up the car, up the back of the car in front of him, which he didn't, it's a pretty solid rejoin, to be honest. So fair play to him. Well handled. Very impressed. Making a good impression. Billy Blackhammer up to 8th. So we started at the back as one of the top 3 at the start of the evening. Tam in 9th. D-Stack lost a couple of positions in 10th. But AJ making a move up the inside. No, so AJ's just off the back, but still not too far. A little bit squirrely there. from Tam, but why would she be surprised? That's how Tam, we've already discussed it, that's already how that's always how Tam drives. If it's not sideways, and frankly it's probably not moving if he's in the steering wheel. So coming around again for the end of lap number 2. Fish still looking strong, keeping a couple of tenths between him and Chaos. Chaos not being able to make a move. J Hig, again, he's shown pretty good pace last week, just didn't quite go for him in a couple of the races at Watkins Glen. But it's made a good start to the evening's showings tonight. Captain Crampy, a bit of a gap, but you can see from the back of these two. So Captain Crampy with Yoda just behind him. And then the gap back to Crunk Chronic. Oh, Wolf's having a bit of a nightmare. Oh, someone's having a bit more of a nightmare further back. Who is that? That's D-Stack. Good lord, to go any further, he'll be racing a different circuit. He's going to have to get back on track within the brake boards as well. So consider it there. Didn't take the brake boards down. Some drivers hate when people do that, but he's done well to avoid them there. So yes, an easy call to make a mistake. You understeer off and get into the grass a bit, and you just keep going. And clearly they're keeping their foot in it a little bit. Not the quickest way round. Got Wolf and Crunk on it with a couple of time penalties there. Just likely to be 1 second time penalties. Car off in front. Who was that? Captain Crampy down into 5th. So he loses a couple of spots. I'm not sure who that was going off. Might have been Tam again, or Worth. No, it was Worth making mistakes. So down in 9th. So yeah, not the easiest circuit. You can see some of them struggling a little bit. It's not the track they're most comfortable with. Captain Crampy taking all of that sausage curb and some. Come through to start lap number 4. So still 6 minutes remaining. A little bit strung out, but all going hell for leather still. So just trying to make sure they don't make any silly mistakes, staying close enough in the battle. So a second or 2 time penalty here or there, which we often see, can make a difference as well. As the cameraman catches up with them, let's go on board. The cameraman going to give us a shot. So Crunk Chronic. He's got 7th spot here. You've got Willie Blackhammer just ahead of them. And Tam, who was on the inside of Crunk Chronic as well there. So Willie's moved up a couple of spots. Still 6.2 seconds back from the leaders. But I think those McGanns are going to struggle tonight to deal with the power of that Beamer. Just the way it exits the corners. As long as you nail the exit and make the most of it, it absolutely flies. Callum 67. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Evening. So come around again. Come back on board with the top 2. Is Chaos Theory going to make a move yet? Hasn't gone for anything so far. Just biding his time nicely. Oh, nice. Charming. Yeah. So I reckon you are 12. You must be. With that kind of sense of humour. 0 dear. Dirty minds. Dirty minds. Let's go on the cockpit view then. So, Chaos Theory. So those 2 Beamers just not really giving much to the other here. So Mr. Fish driving is a really nice, consistent race so far. Doing pretty well. Oh, evening, Callum. Are you? No, I'm nearly 16. I mean, it's better, but not by much. It makes it not as bad that you've got a horrendous sense of humour. Sort of thing if someone says boobies and they laugh, it's kind of 2005. I know. Well, I'm a bit older than that, unfortunately, by a margin. Evening, Wrongs. Evening, man. Evening, John. I'm assuming the wolf is called Lewis, by the way. I'm assuming that's Worth. So is Chaos Theory close enough to make a move? Yeah, if Worth is Lewis, I'm impressed. He definitely belongs in Tier 1. I mean, he's made a couple of mistakes at the corner we've just seen there, gone very wide. Well, without those, he's mixing it in the mid-pack in Tier 1, and they're at a superb level. It is easier, isn't it? There's a lot going on. There's too many races to catch up with. But yeah, he's doing very well. I mean, Worth's really very handled himself. He's definitely got the pace, and the racecraft with all the other drivers. He's been able to mingle with them. It's only something he'll be able to do the more he races. Yeah, that's cool. There's quite a few of you in here tonight, which we appreciate. Backing up your mate, which is awesome. Looked it. I mean, there might have been something happen, but I mean, there's only 11 seconds between the front and back, and that's for 7 minutes in. That's about right, I think. You're not miles off. I'm a couple of years younger. Well, 3 to be precise. I'm 32. I actually posted earlier, so you just seen my username on Twitch, and that's my year of birth. The batch, on the other hand, much older. Well, Willie just getting it back off the grass, slows him down a little bit, but Tam not really able to take advantage. Captain Crampy, Cronk and Wolf with time penalties. Let's have a double check. So Cronk with the 4-1 time penalty for Wolf. Also, Wolf's had an issue there. He's had a big off. So let's go on board with him. Where is he? Is he back on track? Oh no, he's not. So he's had a. There's a that's. I don't think I've ever seen a car go that far. I don't think. Well, not over there, anyways. But yeah, you can see where he's. Okay, I know where he was. Yeah, it's easy to bin it over there. We've all done that, so that's unlucky. But no, I'm still impressed. I still think he'll be good. Will do, man. Will do, wrongs. Cheers, dude. Zimmer frame, yeah. Well, I'm not going to make a joke. I'm not going to make a joke to that, Daddy. It's tempted, but I'm not going to. We've got people much older. We've got people younger than you in... I think we've got someone younger than you in this league. I know. So Louis going to get all the friendly banter now, is he, from his friends? All the support. Well, Jay Higg's closing up here. So a couple more laps left. Jay Higg only 1.2 seconds back now. No, I'm all good. I know, I just don't want to... We don't say that kind of thing on this channel. We are a family-friendly channel. Just, it's just the obvious your mum jokes, stuff like that. Considering I'm the same age. You've got a rough idea where I'll probably go with that. But it's all good. Now, we've got loads of different age groups in OTL. Plenty of older drivers, younger drivers, said younger than you. Fish holding on there. Carl's looking around the outside, just holding on to it. Neither of them making an error there, looking good. But Jay Higg now within a second, so he's closing it very quickly. We're trying to look around the outside, and Fish just trying to do all he can to hug that curb. A little dab of the brakes there, just to keep the car stable. And Jay Higg is right up there, trumpet now. To Jay Higg. Look at that, he's only 3/4 of a second back from the front too. It's not very nice. Not like this channel is not family friendly. Not with you in it, Fish. Sharpie. So last lap. Can Mr. Fish hold on to that lead? Not long left here. You can see we've got a fair bit of battling going on in that mid pack. Look at this. So you have at the front, that is Willie Blackhammer. He's got Tam, Captain Crampy, and then Chronic ever so slightly off the back. Willie's going to have to go defensive here, take that inside line, keep Tam on the outside. That might leave a gap for Captain Crampy to move around the right hand side of Tam, but now he slots in behind Chronic, keeping his eyes very wide and on stalks here. Let's go back up to the lead battle. Chaos Theories, you're going to make a move around the outside. Oh, it doesn't want to lose it completely though, just about holds on, but they will put him under pressure now from Jay here, gives him Mr. Fish a little bit of a gap as well. Don Peller, thank you very much for the follow, much appreciated. So last corner now, last couple of corners. Mr. Fish just a 3/10 gap, pulling away a little bit from Chaos Theory, as long as he doesn't make a silly mistake at this final turn. Give himself a wide berth there. Chaos Theory nails it, so it will be a run down to the line. Cheers for the follow, Will Smurfs, much appreciated. And there we go, looks like Chaos Theory is going to get quite close alongside, but not be able to quite make it. Just under a tenth between them. Mr. Fish takes the win. Chaos Theory and Jay Higg, your podium sitters. Yoda will take 4th, Captain Crampy 5th. We've got Tam in 6th, got Chronic just behind him in 7th. AJ finishing 8th. Oh, Captain Crampy getting a chunky time penalty at the end though. That might be removed, we'll have to see. Depends what it's for. Captain Crampy dropping all the way down, so it might have been a fairly hefty penalty. We'll have to have a look. Captain Crampy coming home in 10th spot due to that penalty, and worth just a couple of corners to go now. Let's see, 34-second penalty. So yeah, not sure what that's for. That's probably classed as an overtake off track, but that's often a penalty that gets removed. So we'll have a look afterwards. So final corner from Worth. So it's not quite gone his way in the race, but again, it's that consistent race pace, which is the hard thing to do. You've got to really be clean and not make many mistakes. Yeah, he's unfortunately made a few mistakes in the race, but he's not the only one. And yeah, he's only going to improve the more he races with these guys. So let's see who got the fastest lap. Oh, it looks like GTR Yoda is the only car in the 110s here. But look how close some of those quickest laps were. Even Captain Crampy, obviously, he's probably finished in 5th. So whether we'll put him back there, it depends. But I'm sure we'll see a clip of that of why he got that penalty afterwards. So very rarely do they stay. They're normally for some odd unfair game thing that we can remove. But a 1:10.978 from Yoda, great time. Went to the 110s, superbly fast. Oh, gutted Lewis, man. Yeah, I was wondering why your car was over there, but you said you're looking solid, man. So that racecraft will come from driving with these guys more and more. But I definitely think you belong in top tier. So fair play, man. Your friends on the other hand, not quite as supportive. But yeah, very, very close. But Fish doing superbly. Just to hold on, just under a tenth of a second as well. So close between the front three, less than half a second between the top three. So Jay Higg driving another superb race. He'll be pretty happy with that. So obviously our championship leader at the start of the night being Tam, finishing down in 5th. Maybe down in 6th if Captain Crampy gets his position reinstated, but we'll have a look at that afterwards. No, 2 more races. Yeah, there's three races in the evening. So second race, these top 3 from this race. So Mr. Fish, Chaos Theory and Jay Higg will not qualify for the next race. And then for the third and final race of the evening, it's the same again. Top 3 from the second race, the one we've still yet to come. They will sit in the pits. So it changes it up a bit. It means you have to start a bit further back. And it's a challenge because you saw the grid is so close. I mean, even your friend at Worth is, clearly up to pace. Yes, no pressure, Lewis. No pressure. They can't even spell your name right, Lewis. Terrible. Evening, Jay Higg. Hello again. Yeah, it's a good drive from you there. You'll be pretty happy with that overall. But yeah, I think... Where was Crampy? I think he was either 4th. I think he was 5th or 6th. We'll have to see where it puts him, depending on penalties. We will take those away if evidence is shown to us afterwards. I will not be your friend. That's a hell of an ultimatum. I think that's pretty severe. Get first, or I'll never talk to you again. Good luck then, for that. So it's just I think I'll maybe get a couple in again. I think a couple of them hopped out there. So Worth and Yoda rejoining. Trying to start as I am ready to go. Yeah, Tam, there we are. I'll not be his friend. No. Yeah, I can see that I may not be his friend in 20 minutes' time. It's been a good run. You probably only met him like 3 weeks ago. So you're pretty much ready and raring to go then for race number 2. Just waiting for the last few seconds. Just getting ready in the lobby. He's clearly got pace. He was within half a second or so in quali, and that's pretty good going because the times they set are quick. So we can clearly handle it. It's just, yeah, obviously the wheel issue he said he had, and a couple of little mistakes. But yeah, can clearly handle it pace-wise. It's all about the consistency now. It's a rough and tough old championship to try and be competitive in. It is very, very close. All throughout the grid. So into race number 2. Same format again. But top 3 from that first race sit out. So, yes, I know, Will. That's what I'm saying, Wills. My wheel broke? Okay, wait, yes, of course it did, if you say so. Oh, fair play. Even AJ's going there, it did look weird, he just drove straight on. Chicane. So, yeah, okay, well, look good. Helpful, but just, hey, you know how true friends are when they're giving each other hell. So who have we lost here then? We've got one more driver to hop back in. Is it Tam again? It is, so Tam needs to get hopped back in. Yeah, I bet you, Jay Higg, you were just hoping for one more lap, to be honest. They were causing each other so much grief. So both Beamers tonight, sat in the pits. So that's going to hurt. Oh, great. Control disconnect for no reason. I've got a full battery. Cheers for that. Have we got sound back? I haven't. Oh, hello. And for my next trick, let's see if I can sort this out then, because I have got no game audio. That's what I know you guys have. I can't hear a sausage. And there we go. Oh, 2 drivers needing to move on. Now, if you message Mr. Fish, Tam, he'll be able to help you in. And whoever else needs an invite. Who else have we lost? Looks like Chaos. Yourself and Chaos Theory don't need an invite in. So short laps, we'll see some... cheers, Fish. Cheers, man. Just another minute or so, we'll see some times coming in. So yeah, it's doing well until everyone sets a time. Give it a second. Give it just a few seconds, that might change. And yeah, he's setting good times himself, like 1:11.780. 1:11.8 from AJ, or Yoda with a 1:11.487, so setting some good times straight off the bat. 1:11.780 from Willie Blackhammer. Solid time from him. Still on board with AJ for the remainder of his lap, not too far left. Oh, he disconnected again. Huh. So it's Chaos as well, I think we're missing. So that's not a good sign. Oh, 2 wheels straight onto the sausage curve from AJ there. Car said no. Did not like that. Me, yeah, I've raced a fair few of these guys. I don't race properly like I used to. It depends if they're sat in the pits, like Mr. Fish is sat in the pits. See, so yeah, he's right because he finished in the top 3. Well, he won the last race, didn't he? So yeah. Sometimes you might not have a person that hits something in the chat when they're on a straight, but I was all right. Depends who you ask. I was pretty solid. I don't think I'd be quite as quick enough to mingle at the front with these guys, but I was. I don't know. I was right up there in the leagues we ran, but they were slightly smaller than they are now. Very good standards in them still, but yeah, did miss it a little bit, but did enjoy it. A little bit of a game starter there. Game having a bit of a moment. Eesh, I think that was just Tam rejoining. Hopefully Chaos can get back in as well. So we've got 5 minutes to go. Yoda with a 1:11.2, looking solid so far. Let's go on with Willie actually. She's just coming down to the line. No improvement. So that Wolf goes up into second there, 1:11.440, lovely lap. Captain Crampy. Does not improve. There might be 1 week, there was a think about possibly one week. I might even, if they need a reserve, I might hop in and race in one of the league races and stream that instead of commentating on it like this. But I don't know. We'll see. Not sure on that yet. So we've popped straight into the pits once he's done his solid lap. Well, hello. That, again, we all know that's Tam. We don't even have to look to see a car sideways. It's black and green. And be like, yeah, that's him. Glad he got back in though. But yeah, whatever think. I might do that one week, but we'll see. Don't know how entertaining it would be watching me drive around at the back miles away from everyone else. I'd have to get a little bit of practice in, but we'll see. We're just moving over, I think. Got a bit of a nightmare around the last corner, just getting out of people's way. Oh, it's really there, ghosting, so he probably needs to go back to the pits and come back out for them to see him. They probably didn't even know he was there just then. So Yoda coming down to the line. Does he improve? 1:11.295, currently his best lap. No better there. Worth coming around again. I think this might be an out lap, so I don't think he'll be setting a valid lap time here. Might be wrong though, we'll see. You guys can have a party. Wow, you can have a party after lockdown. No irresponsible behaviour, please. So we'll be back on a hot lap again. Let's go on board with AJ. Coming through Brundle down towards Nelson. Bit wide there. Would have liked to have been a bit closer to the apex on the right. But not too bad. You have to plan one for after lockdown. I'm sure you're the well-behaved grown-ups you'd hang around with. I'll take grown-ups, you know. So AJ coming down towards the line, just over 3.5 tenths back. It does not improve yet. Captain Crampy coming through Nelson as well. Much nicer, a bit more apex there than we saw just a minute ago. Language, no mention. As long as it's Coca-Cola, then go for it. Now Pepsi, you have some orange squash if you feel like going mad. This is qualifying for race number 2, Hawaiian. Evening. Yeah, this is qualifying for race number 2. So 4.5 tenths back, a little bit far off at the moment. Would like to be a little bit closer than he is at the moment. So Yoda setting the pace at the moment. He does do what you want, as long as you don't actively talk about it in the chat. You can do what you want in your own spare time. Wouldn't know. I don't watch KSI. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to check around all you want, it's fine. But no insinuating for like drug taking, please. You can do what you want. You can ingest what you want, however you want. I ain't going to judge, but no talky, please. I know, I will clip very clearly. Obviously you don't, but yeah. People who do normally don't brag about it like that. But yeah, so yes. Lesson learned, I think. Onid, oh, called Anido Tishaka. I had no idea how to say that. Yeah, Onid Toshaka. Yes, I know. It's young kids trying to be funny. Bless them. I took a few attempts. Had to really look at that. It's in bright red on my screen on a dark background as well, so it's not particularly easy to read. Onid Toshaka. Tosaka. Yeah, I got there. Well, one of those is right. I've said it 19 different ways. One of them must be right. So. Time is up now. Check a flag. AJ, can he nab pole? No, I don't think he was fully into that around the last couple of corners. Worth looks on for a solid showing here. So what can he do? Last few corners. There's only 1.5 tenths back. So he's going to put himself in a good place at the start of the race. Put most of the quick drivers behind him. So it looks like Chaos Theory not getting in now. So yes, but it doesn't look like Chaos Theory's gotten into this race, but I cannot see him. So yeah, we didn't get him back, so clearly a connection issue. Now, if you keep mentioning it, thinking it's funny, I will just time you out in a minute. We'll ban you from the chat entirely. So yeah, you can start talking. You can leave that and start talking about something else, please. And here we go, Yoda. Good time there, 1:11.295, just under 1.5 tenths from Wolf in second. AJ in third, only 1.5 tenths back, only 22 thousandths behind Wolf. Very close from all three as always. Willie in fourth, not far back himself. Captain Crampy fifth, Crunk Chronic sixth, we've got Tam seventh, D-Stack and eighth for him with J-Hig and Fish. 9th and 10th, but unfortunately no Chaos Theory it looks like, so that's gutting. So I don't know what's happened there. Must be having some kind of issue. Oh, his internet's gone down. That's a bummer. Oh, what a massive shame that is. Wouldn't need as many points as you could get tonight. Of course, a bit of a dramatic way of the cars getting put on track, isn't it? Deary dear. Oh, crikey. That was a nice quick ready up. So, what sort of start can Yoda get? The BMW, one lonely BMW on the grid starts right at the back with Mr. Fish. But McGann's everywhere else. Oh, not a great start from Yoda. Wolf gets a great start on the right-hand side, so he will be up into the lead very, very shortly. But he's going to have AJ coming through the middle. So 3 wide coming into turn 1. It's going to end well. They're going to have to give each other a little bit of room. They do so just nicely. But Wolf holding the lead, so great start to race number 2 for him. So making a mockery of his mate's predictions. But he's going to have to try and keep them behind now, and that is not going to be easy. Especially around a circuit like this. AJ and Willie trading paint a little bit on the doors. Coming down into the long straight. Bentley straight down to Brundle. Captain Crampy not far behind them. Fair slipstream there. He's probably going to have to lift a bit early though. Oh, he's going to maybe have a look up the inside. Don't think he would be that mad. Oh, good cut back there as well though from AJ on the inside of Willie. Willie pops down into third now. Captain Crampy still keeping his nose clean and keeping his name in the game here, not drifting too far back from the back of these guys. So no one's had too much of an issue at the start, I don't think. But Crunk Chronic and D-Stack have dropped back a fair bit, so they might have had a little bit of a problem. You can see just in the background there. Yes, as long as that is what you mean, then well, that's fine. But it doesn't make you look particularly grown up, saying it, thinking it looks funny because it's also a drug, and just like, oh yeah. Yes, we all know. So Willie, a little tap on the back of AJ, but Willie go for the inside on the tight right-hander. No, not quite there. AJ does leave a little bit of room. Willie not going for it though. Wasn't quite enough space for a car there. Didn't fancy hopping it up the inside. Let's go on back board with Mr. Fisher. He's only just behind those cars we were focusing on. Up to 6th already, only 2.3 off the lead, and that Beamer is such a strong car around here, and he's clearly very, very confident around Snetterton. So some just don't feel as good around here. He's clearly willing to push it quite hard. Getting quite wide there around Nelson, but keeps it on the tarmac. We've got Tam and J-Hig just behind. So I said, as always, there's pace throughout this grid. Tam having a look up the inside of J-Hig. Slots in again. Not quite enough for him to make it work. But Wolf doing well here, holding on to the lead. Coming into the end of lap number 2. Onto lap number 3. Yeah, again, please don't use words like that. The one at the end of your sentence will. Not a big or clever word to use, but yeah, I'll get you a bit. But people who do use it, I think, are a bit, yeah, stupid. But yeah, if you could refrain from using that word, wouldn't mind. Much appreciated. Sorry, I'll keep telling you off, but you know. So AJ still keeping tabs on him though, not letting him get away. But do say it's good showing from Wolf so far. So he's looked strong, shown good pace, looked pretty consistent. AJ trying to get out of the slipstream. Is he going to make a move up the inside? No, he wasn't. Wasn't sure. There looked like a little bit of rubber banding going on. Just a tad. So AJ looking strong here. Willie trying to bring Captain Crampy through with him, trying to catch up those guys up the front. Well, you're young enough, aren't you? Apparently, so you know. Do as you're told. Stand outside the door. I'll come talk to you in a minute. Yeah, close enough. Yeah. So yeah, should be at school. Whether you are, who knows? AJ gets past Worth on the lead, then Worth just conceding a little bit too much space. Still got the inside line though, coming to the tight right-hander. Goes a little bit long, leaves AJ the chance to go for the inside again. Worth having to go across the curves a little bit, but just about gets it back on track. So going to lose himself 2 positions though. Possibly 3 if Captain Crampy has anything to do with it. I think Worth's just going to have lost so much pace coming out of that turn. So again, it's so close in these leagues. A little touch from the inside of Captain Crampy onto Worth. Captain Crampy going for the inside. It's a brave line. Don't know if we're going to get all those cars through there. Well, they've made a blooming good effort of it. Will they turn him around, keep him pointing in the right direction? Yeah, I think he can. So if he gets a time penalty for that, I'm sure that could be removed. But he's got a slightly wider line on the right-hander. He's got Yoda right in behind now, trying to get behind, trying to get through as well. But yeah, when there's that many cars trying to get through a corner that tightly, I think you're always bound to have a little bit of a cluster go on. So working their way out. Oh, crikey, that's a fairly robust way of trying to take that corner. Mr. Fish now trying to get past Crampy. So still back in 6th. Hasn't been able to make the headway he really would have liked to. So we're still holding on to 2nd. So did fairly well out of that cluster we saw on circuit. But Willie up into lead now. He's assumed the top spot. So just over halfway through this race now. Willie holding on to the lead ahead of Worth. AJ in 3rd, a little bit stretched out into that mid-pack. We've got Yoda in 4th. It's made a little bit of a breakaway from the 3 behind him. Tier 2 alright, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you can see though, like, your Worth is very handy. To mix it with these guys, your mate is very decent, very, very decent. And will only get better as well. Yeah, he will only get stronger. Up front though, top 3 very, very close again. AJ right in behind Worth. A little touch on the back there, but still going strong. Little bump draft probably, so to speak. You can't do enough cars. You can only do 10, 11 cars on this game because the Xbox can't handle the physics engine very well. So you can only do 10 before the game starts crapping out a bit and you start losing force feedback and downforce, and the cars drive all weirdly. So unfortunately on Xbox, not something you can do. A little tap on the back, but they just about get round nicely again. No, look, all that fighting. Everyone's just going to join the party. Yoda's now on the back of the front 3. Captain Crampy won't be too far back himself. And Mr. Fish is under 3 seconds back, even though he's back in 6th. That's annoying, I know. Otherwise we would, but yeah, not able to do that on Project Cars 2 on console, unfortunately. Come through Nelson. Single file. Well, Willie's had a nightmare though. Willie's had an absolute nightmare. He dropped from 1st to 4th there. So just one little mistake coming out of Nelson onto the grass. Just has to gather his thoughts, gather his car and get back on circuit. And yeah, he's already lost 3 positions. Yoda and Worth very close coming around in the final turn. Willie up the inside now. Captain Crampy now within the fight. So 1.5 seconds. So less than 2 seconds covering the top 7. All in camera there. So all of these. So that's a fight for the lead effectively. 3 more laps to go. Dear oh dear, this could go any which way. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an incident or 2 here. It's this close, fighting for the race win. Worth getting a bit sideways, or just as I think that's Captain Crampy does, but actually holds it beautifully. Weird, that's 3 wide. Mr. Fish, Captain Crampy and Tam. Absolute cluster of cars everywhere. Green car off in the background. That is Yoda, I think, if I can find him. Oh, so I'll be honest, that looked like an appalling rejoin from Yoda, but I might be wrong. I was last week looking at an incident, so we'll see later on. I do only play car games, yeah. Mine's this. Mine is that. But yeah, you won't really find me playing anything now, unfortunately. Just streaming these races. But I pretty much only play racing games. I do play other bits and bobs, but not like streaming stuff or anything. So, a little bit of spread out now. It's a little bit of a cluster. That didn't look like the smartest rejoin we saw earlier, but yeah, we'll have to see. But Lewis still on for a podium, still in 3rd, driving nicely. So 2 more laps to go. On to their penultimate lap now. Still holds a nice, solid race position. Still solid position on track to try and shoot ahead from. And the lead has changed quite a few times in the last couple of minutes. Willie holding it a second again. He's dropped all the way back to fourth, all the way back up to second. Tam just behind Mr. Fisher. Fish up to fourth now, on for some more points after his race win. Although saying that, is he just disconnected? I think Mr. Fish's car going absolutely nuts. I think Fish is just I think Fish is just disconnecting for sure. Yeah, that's he's done. I think that's just Mr. Fish, but something's happened there for sure. So we might have a restart after this. That's gutting for Mr. Fish, on for some good points there. So maybe some server issues tonight, unfortunately. Oh, and there's a couple of cars off in the grass. Don't know if there was an incident between the two of them. Who was that? That was D-Stack and not sure, maybe Crunk on it. They've got them going again now. So back up the front, AJ coming around the final corner to start their final lap of race number 2. Willie just behind him. Wolf, the newcomer into Tier 1 tonight. Looking solid. Still on for a good shot at the podium. He'll be overjoyed with that. It'll be a very, very impressive start to his Tier 1 life cycle. I think he'll be pretty happy with that, and I think we'll be pretty impressed, to be honest. Not often someone can hop it up from Tier 2 to Tier 1 and get amongst it immediately. He could still win, but AJ will have to make a fairly chunky mistake from here on in. So what can I do? Final few corners. Yeah, as I said, come from Tier 2 to Tier 1. These guys are quite considerably quicker than Tier 1. Tier 2, sorry. But it's the racecraft that's hard to do. It's to be quick and to do it every lap, and to handle himself in the positions he's been handling himself in with the cars around him. Also, now he's made a mistake. Just doesn't want to lose it here. Just keep it on circuit, get it home, and he will still have a podium. But yeah, fair play to him. Just being able to handle himself when there's been like 5 or 6 of them on one tiny little bit of tarmac. So come around towards the final corner. So what can they do? AJ round to the final turn with Willie Blackhammer in pursuit. They come around the final corner nice and smoothly. I think Wolf's got round there nicely as well. So well done there to AJ. Takes the win from race number 2. Willie takes second. Oh, Wolf has got a time penalty. Will he lose third? Oh, he does. He loses the podium off a time penalty he got on the last lap. Let's have a look. Was it 2 seconds? It was. So it pops him down to 4th. Epic rave, indeed. Yeah, so Mr. Fish disconnecting, it looks like as well. Yeah, that's massively gutting. But AJ taking the win by less than a second yet again. Let's go saving the replay again. Yeah, less than a second from Willie Blackhammer. Calm Big Tam in 3rd. Unfortunately, Wolf dropping out of the podium spots due to that 2-second time penalty. But very, very close to a podium. Still be able to mingle where he's putting his car about, then fair play. It's still very impressive. Yoda down in 5th, and as I said, if you're beating someone like Yoda, who is rapid usually, so he's handling himself very nicely. Captain Crampy down in 6th, 2-second time penalty for him. 1-second time penalty for J Hig down in 7th. Not quite his race that time around either. D-Stack in 8th, and then Crunk Chronic finishing 9th, and then as I said, Mr. Fish, unfortunately, with a disconnect. Let's just double check if he's got any problems internet wise. So it's a bit of a shame with the disconnection issues tonight. Especially for poor Mr. Fish. Was up in 4th when the game decided to soil itself. Be a bit of a pity, but it is what it is. Sometimes it does happen like that. Not much you can do about it. But yeah, no, pretty impressive driving there. There's one great thing about this league on Xbox. You see how close they are fighting amongst themselves. Yeah, but about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes. But yeah, still very impressed. Very impressed with Worth. So, who is the leading CEO design in charge of this lobby? So we will hop out of this lobby. Fish will start. I'll have to start another one out. So just let Fish get back in, and then we can get going again. So yeah, a bit of a bummer. To be honest, we very rarely see disconnects. So it's a bit of a bummer, but yeah, it happens. Not much you can do about it. It's the way of the world when you're playing internet games. But cheers for the follow, Mossy 1912, much appreciated. But yeah, no, the game has no issues on the disconnection front. When people disconnect, they're like, "Oh, it's the game." No, it's their internet. So, or it's Xbox Live. Xbox Live has many more problems than the infrastructure for the Project Cars 2 in terms of the lobby itself. Oh dear, yeah, no, it's you try that idea and it's like, yeah. Not in the leagues, anyways. We normally put a slightly trickier track or two here or there. They did Long Beach in the Radicals. I mean, that's could be argued that was a bit of an Easter egg. Deary dear. We did do some cool stuff. We had on Assetto Corsa. We had on PC. We had a Goodwood Festival of Speed a couple of months ago. I loved that so much. We'll definitely be doing more of that. Well, we don't really do mainly like really peculiar nights or anything, especially not on stream. But might stream a little bit more of like me racing. But there's not many nights left for that to happen, unfortunately. Plus, who would want to see boring old fart driving on a controller? It's not quite the same. There would be no webcam either, so it's just you'd see the sight from the cockpit of my car as I drive around 3 seconds off the back of everyone else probably. Yeah, I think it looks mega. I think it looks mega, the new consoles. Do you have to say? Yeah, I mean, don't rush. Take your time. The PC stuff will be going. That's not going anywhere for some time. So much choice on PC, Hawaiian. So much choice. So many good Sims games, whatever you want to call them. There's so many to choose from. Do we have an invite yet? We do not. We'll sit here and be nice and patient. Yeah, I mean, so I like what Project Cars 2 on PC is pretty good. Still plenty of players playing at open lobbies. You've still got some leagues going on here and there as well on that. Automobilista 2, which we streamed last night. Looks pretty mega. I enjoy the hell out of that on controller, and it's really good on wheel apparently. So it's the same, built on the same engine as Project Cars 2, and they've done wonders with it. What else? You've got Race Room. You've got the original Assetto Corsa. You've got Assetto Corsa Competizione. Yeah, R Factor. Yeah, iRacing if you have the money, because good lord, you need it if you're playing iRacing. Cheers, Leg. 100 cheers. Very kind. Thank you, ma'am. But yeah, a bit of a bummer. Yeah, if he's because it didn't like get top 3 because of the time penalty, or due to an incident. If it's an incident, he can report it afterwards. But there's a whole process. Got a stewards panel. It gets looked at properly with evidence, and then it gets sorted out from there. Yeah, he's probably just happy, probably just disappointed. Which is, I mean, honestly, 4th. If you said where anything higher than sort of even 6th or 7th, just being in the pack and competing when on your first night in Tier 1 is a massive achievement. Honestly, astonishingly good achievement. I've seen solid, really good drivers struggle in Tier 1 on the Xbox in the last few months. I'm not telling you that, Hawaiian. I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. No, it's not a Project Cars 2 problem. It's a panel in general with 7 or 8 people on it now. Yeah. I wouldn't get 4th. I used to be good once, but no, very impressed. I'll vote to start. He probably doesn't think I'm ready. Yeah, but on the FIA, you don't have the F1 drivers being a bunch of swear words. No, it's not actually, Reg. No, it's not. There are plenty of non-PC snobs like yourself now. That's what I love with PC snobs. They go from console to PC and 2 months later, they're like, oh, PC is so much better. It's like, you were a console player like 6 weeks ago. Calm your rein it in. So hopefully no disconnections in this last race. Fingers crossed. You would hope so anyways. We've been a bit unlucky so far tonight. Poor Chaos Theory. Is he back in tonight for this last race? He is. Lovely. Back to the full complement for the final race. So yeah, it's pretty mega, the racing towards the end of that. You know, it always breaks up a little bit. Unless they all come together really close towards the end, you know it's going to break away because people start trying to make moves and they'll get really, really close on track. Great fun though, but yeah, not the easiest. I mean, I'm sure you have it. I mean, public lobbies on this will be a nightmare. That's why most try to do racing in a community. There's plenty of communities about. Obviously, OTL being one, but there's so many. And just find ones that suit you and the ones that you feel are right for you. Because everyone's different. You know, we don't pretend to try and be the best or anything. We just do what we think is right. And yeah, those that like OTL, they hang around and stay and enjoy it. And those who don't, they can obviously there's plenty of others. They can hopefully find somewhere else they can race. But there's so many good places to race now. So even console as much as PC, they all have their. Yeah, public lobbies anyway. You get on ACC the public lobbies. There, I've watched some streams of people playing public lobbies on ACC on PC, and they are horrendous. They are awful. Like infinitely worse than anything I'd seen on like Project Cars. Like just like it was intentional horrible driving. But the next Forza will be interesting. Callum, the next Forza Motorsport will be interesting. They're trying to go for the slightly more sim route. By the sound of things. How well they'll nail that. We won't know until the game is released, but that might be a little bit of time yet. I don't think that's a release game now. I think that's a little bit later. I think it comes out. Oh, I can imagine. Well, the thing with Monza is everyone's like, oh, turn 1 at Monza, but then people know what they're to do at turn 1 at Monza. They just take it careful. And if you do that, you should be safe. Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen a few streams again of console public lobbies, and again, like you say, some good, some less good. Get a little bit close. Got to be careful there not to be racing in quali. I'm sure he'll learn that quickly if he hasn't already. Yeah, it's not in slow motion. You're just being rationed your frames. I don't know. I don't really have one, Callum, if I'm honest. So I enjoy the touring cars. I quite enjoy the radicals we did last season. I used to quite enjoy driving them. GT3s and GTs were quite good fun. I don't know. I think they're probably just my favourite. Fairly obvious ones on here, to be honest. Okay, really. I'm no good with rally cars. Hey, Sharpie's a mate, like hell of a sim racer now. He's a talented man, but where he started. Started on FIFA. Forza. God, no, it's not talking about FIFA. No, it started on Forza. Yeah. Yeah, you would say that, Tam. Right, no offence here. I'm going to be honest, Tam. You were bloody dreadful in them, weren't you, Sunshine? Not your car. I would suggest, Tam, if we do radicals again, probably best leave that out for a season. have a time out. Oh, mate, you do not. Oh, there's many a swear. I'm an angry human being when that happens. I'm a big fan of Ken Block. Oh, fair enough. Oh, what a bloke. What an absolute gem of a man. Bit talented as a driver, isn't he? So Calsiri not hanging around here. 111.0. Already into nearly the 110s. So AJ, Tam and Willie at the back through their top 3. They won't be setting the time. No, not yet, AJ. No. I think they might. I reckon crossplay might come in this year. They mentioned it wouldn't be in at launch, which makes you think, oh, okay, that's. They've been adding it to loads of their other games, but yeah, not to FIFA yet, of course. Well, that would make it half decent. Well, it wouldn't. It would just make it naff for more people. Yeah, Clio's are pretty epic. I forgot about those, Willie. Did quite enjoy the Clios. Not bad in those as well. But yeah, no cross. They will put crossplay in. Oh, do they lose money though? Oh, that means I don't know. I think you would. Oh, I know. Well, I know there's a few of our guys couldn't play the first couple of nights because of weird. Well, actually, it wasn't cross-play between EA and Steam. It was the like 3 days before the start. I know. Yeah, I know. So I'm not doing a 111-0. Start off. He's taking the mic. Oh, that's Chaos Theory parking it there. And it gets going again. Lovely. At least we saw that on stream. Lovely stuff. Let's go on board with J for a bit. It looks like catching up to... Who's that catching up to? That will be... Who's another black and green car? That's Worth, isn't it? Yeah, that's Worth. Let's go on board with Mr. Fish. Obviously that... It works fine now. To be fair, the issue was that Steam and... I'm going to blame EA for this, but the version numbers of the Steam version and the EA Origin version were a little bit off. There was an update where they moved a tiny hotfix further forward, which is a bit mad. And yeah, it didn't work, so they had to wait for a couple of days until there was an update, and then all was good with the world again. But yeah, do trust EA. Predictable, those guys. Bless them. So Mr. Fish pushing here. Only a 112.3, so he's got a lot more time in him still. A fair play to him. It's showing. He's doing that. He's doing well. Like I keep saying, I'm lauding him with praise. He's handling himself brilliantly. This is a tough group to mingle with. I think the Tier 1 guys will be pretty impressed with him. From what I've seen. Yeah, I think Willie, you can tell, was Willie. Yeah, see Tam and both saying, yeah, he's doing really well. Evening, Ruben. How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Still love your username as well. Still love the way you spelled chaos. What do you think? That just looks cool. Oh, that's a good question. I think it's just Worth. Chronic might come up from Tier 2 as well. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I had a fairly rough few months, unfortunately, with everything that's going on and bits and bobs, unfortunately, but I'm getting there. Can't complain. Others have got it worse. But I'm not doing too bad at the moment, actually. Oh, car in the distance. Having a bit of a cock in the leg in the air, like it just don't care. And yeah, I think it was Crank. Pretty sure it's Crank. But yeah, I'm not doing too bad, man. Not doing too bad. Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, still on the Project Cars 2 Xbox streams. Is still going strong. They don't die, Ruben. They do not die. Actually, there's more people in it. Worryingly, with 2 tiers now, got like 25 drivers. I think we had 30 sign-ups. Had to disappoint a few drivers. It's weird how the cycles come round. And some amazing driving in this tier as well. I'm just glad it's still going. You know, Project Cars on here. You've got there's just so many. Yeah, man, it's been it's just weird. It's been out for so long, and obviously people have their issues with the game, understandably so. But yeah, there's so much choice, especially on your PC. You've got console. There's a bit less choice. Once you're on PC, it's like you can't move for Sims. They're everywhere. They're all really good as well, pretty much. Just depends which one tickles your fancy. Still tuning into your on the CXR streams. Always doing a great job, Ruben. Always love your. You can't continental surnames sound just better with a Dutch twang. Makes me jealous of my boring accent. I wish I could say stuff that sounded like that. Especially how you're now co-commentator. There's no. If I say his surname sounds boring. You, on the other hand, it's like a fine wine or some kind of sort of experimental Italian dish or something. Scianna I'll just call him Mark. But yeah, no, still tuning them in. They're good to watch, man. I really enjoy them. When I can do, Wednesday's one of my very few nights off, so I try to tune in a bit while I'm doing other bits and bobs. But yeah, it's awesome to see you, though. Awesome to see you. Please tell him to slow down and let his teammate. But yeah. No, it's all good, man. All good. I didn't spell it right, but I mean, yeah. Go on. You don't need anything to fall asleep, leg. Oh, nice. Fair play to him. Just up to P2, yeah, I know. 1:11.3. Stumble with him now. Sorry for the fair bit of chat. 3 races in. Slightly start to lose the will to live, so yeah, it's nice to chat with the chat a fair bit and mingle with everyone in here. So what can Fish do? Chaos Theory 1:11.0. I doubt he's going to go quicker than that. It'd be hell of a drive to do so. Reese is a good morning activity before I get my coffee. I watch this. Oh, nice. Oh, coffee. Oh, I'm weird. I forget to have coffee. And Fish is done there. Chaos Theory, last couple of corners. So we'll just be rubbing salt in the wounds. I think Yoda, is he still going? Nope, he is not. He's finished. So is Chaos. So just as we went off, well, they're all done. Load down shifter. Okay, fair enough. I'll check those out afterwards. Fair play. It's Chaos Theory there. Back into the lobby and straight back in with a great pole position. 3/10 clear of Mr. Fish. 1:11.0. Those BMWs right up the front yet again. Yoda up in third next to his teammate in the green McGann. Jay Higg in fourth. D-Stack in fifth. Captain Crampy in sixth. All of the drivers on setting a time within a second though. Woof in seventh. Again, 8 and a bit tenths back. It's not bad. That's not a bad time at all. Chronic in eighth. Then AJ, Tam and Willie not setting lap times. So, final race. 10 minutes to go. Let's see what they can do. So you've seen how quickly things change in these races. So 10 minutes is plenty of time. It sounds like a short sprint race, but yeah, you could really do have to have a little bit of patience. 3 red lights and they are off. Chaos Theory with a cracking start, and God, how bad a start did Mr. Fish get? No jump start from Chaos either, just a terrible start from Mr. Fish. He'll have to slot in completely in third, bogged down and went nowhere really. Chaos Theory hopping off the line much faster and already into a really good rhythm, into a cracking lead. Yoda going a little bit wide in second. Fish still in third though, not losing too many spots. Or a little bit of a wiggle for a car further back. Willie Blackhammer back in 11th. Has been dropped off a little bit, so first couple of corners not gone to plan for him. Yeah man, that's the thing, Hawaiian. It's not been quick every now and again. It's like they do it for 10 laps on the trot at rapid pace. It's great to watch. I said I thoroughly enjoy streaming these leagues, as I do every league I stream, but it's pretty impressive, you'd have to say. Makes me envious. I remember the days when I raced, but I can't do that myself anymore. One day, you never know. Bit of practice. Well, a lot of practice. D-Stack going in the gravel. Mr. Fish trying to close that gap back up to the leader again. D-Stack sitting in fourth, just behind Yoda, in front of Jay Higg, sandwiching those green McGanns. Woof behind them in sixth, as the cameraman finds him. There we go. He's got Captain Crampy and AJ just behind him. We've got Tam, Chronic and Willie in the back 3 at the moment, but still a fair queue. D-Stack with a time penalty. Willie's still having to try and catch up to the back of the pack. Oh, you see, Woof just maybe making a few too many mistakes, just costing him a little bit. But I mean, it's just pushing so hard. Oh, car going off very dramatically there. If we can find him, keeps moving. D-Stack, there we go, and fair play to him, rejoining safely at the back. Gone, son, you can go now. Yeah, Willie Blackhammer so up into 10th. D-Stack now in 11th, unfortunately. But Chaos Theory already off to a great lead. Look at that, 1.1 seconds. Well, OTL, how long has OTL been around, you mean? 3 years, 3 months, nearly. Yeah, it's mad. It's quite a long time. But and we started on Project Car 2 Xbox. We've done Xbox leagues for 3 years, 3 months. Pretty mad, really. Oh, a little bit of a touch of the curb there from Chaos Theory. That's lost him. Well, that's lost him quite a lot of time. That's lost him a good 3/10, I think. By the time when I get to the end of this straight, it's going to cost him all the way down the straight as well. But Mr. Fish still on the prowl. Come down to 6/10 now. So yeah, that gap nearly half what it was coming around that final corner before he clattered the sausage curb. Oh, long story, Hawaiian. I might go into... yeah, all leg. That's me and leg. Right, quickly. I am still going to do a stream with leg at some point on a game I can play on a controller. And it's going to be me versus leg, because it gives it all the Bertie big you-know-whats. And I still think I can beat him. So one night, it's just going to be me v leg. So, yes. I'm intent on doing that, leg. I'm intent on making you look silly on stream. And on track. I mean, most importantly, on track. So, Chronic and D-Stack off the back a little bit now. Never, probably, Sharpie. No one has, I think. Bring it on shit, or language. Still. People have to kill you to tell you. Yeah, no, I can tell you, but mid-race is probably a bit weird. I'll tell you. I will tell you at the end. If you hang around, I'll tell you at the end of the race. Such a tease. No, I can't really tell you mid-race. It's not that complicated, but yeah. So that holding that lead, still not really changing much. Still 6/10. Another 6/10 back to Yoda. Yeah, shh, don't tell. It's not. Yeah, it's not particularly interesting either. Well, a bit wide there for Yoda. You can see a few of them just going a bit too wide. They're just holding it out a little bit too wide. Just maybe lifting a little if they're sensing they're going to go on the grass. Just keeping their foot in it a bit naively and flying through. J Higg still holding on nicely. Captain Crampy. Quite a gap between him and the next guy. Got Tam fighting with AJ. Coming down the straight. You've got Woof trying to hold Willie Blackhammer off. So Willie told him in the chat earlier, can you tell him to slow down? He's a bit too quick. And yeah, he's really able to handle himself. Willie trying to take the inside line through Brundle. A little bit of a wiggle there for AJ just ahead. But Woof holding on through nicely through Nelson. And Willie going for the move up the inside at the next right-hander. It's a lovely bit of driving from Willie. Looks like he's going to hold on to it nicely. Yeah, it's not quite true, but I mean, yeah, go on then. Not quite, Hawaii, not quite. Definitely not Just Dance. I have not got the moves. Let's back up to the front. Carl Sturry holding on that lead, but Mr. Fish has closed that gap considerably now. So just a couple of tenths, and Yoda all of a sudden right on the back of Mr. Fish too, trying to drag him along. Carl Sturry not really having a bad lap last lap, so the start of this lap must have been pretty poor. Must have just lost a couple of tenths. A little banding around there. Definitely some connection issues with Xbox Live tonight. I think Tier 2 have had some issues as well, so it's pretty certain there's Xbox Live issues. I mean, Hawaiian, technically it's me. I just DOS though, and everyone else does the hard work, to be fair to them. So now they've got an unbelievable admin team, like utterly, like so good. So it's why we're able to run so many games. Well, you're two of my slaves, yes, nearly correct. Two of my many slaves. I call them admins because slaves is fairly negative connotations for good reason. Imagine if you did anything, it'd be amazing. No, I'm not going to go there. I refuse to mod you on Twitch, Sharpie. Absolutely. That's a rod you've made for your own back, sunshine. And anyone that knows you understands and agrees. Most unhelpful helpful person, or most helpful unhelpful person you'll ever meet. So coming through to Brundle. Just a little squirrel on the BMW's rear end, but Fish really close now. So Yoda's doing the right thing here, just slotting in. He just doesn't need to do anything silly. They've got 3 minutes to go. He does not need to make any moves right now. You can wait. You can wait right till the end, second half of the last lap really, to start making moves. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I was one of the founders. I'm the only founder left running stuff. We changed it earlier this year, that leadership structure. So it's just me now, effectively. So yeah, I was one of the 4 people who founded OTL. And yeah, the more you two ask, the less likely you are to get it. Let me just say. Let me just think about it. No. Right, so Chaos Theory, still half a second. Well, he's in 9th, so he definitely hasn't won. It might be a bit sad. He's done well, honestly, even being where he is now is not bad. To not be off the back is pretty impressive. Done ball with Mr. Fish, coming down to Brundle again. Just keep it nice and steady there. Isn't the sort of driver that chuck it in. Just trying to keep it nice and stable. Keep it nice and smooth movements. Coming through Bumhole there. And to the last couple of corners. What's MRF? Oh, Mr. Fish? Oh, yes, Mr. Fish. If you've seen any other streams, Hawaiian, let's get very close now. That is Andrew Pike. You can work out why he's called Mr. Fish. Love that. Yeah, it's a few times, Leg, a few times. But it's not been as strong as it is here tonight, though. But that's Mr. Fish. Good old Andrew Pike. So, second to last lap then. Top three. Hell of a gap between them and everyone else. J Hig back in 5th. Captain Crampy on for 5th spot at the moment. So just behind J Hig's 4th. Crampy in 5th. Tam, just ahead of Willie Blackhammer, 6th and 7th. AJ back in 8th. Again, why these leads are so strong. If you are further back, even though they're quick. I mean, AJ's won races in this championship, and he's down in 9th at the moment. Probably hasn't driven that badly either. No, didn't say that, Leg. Let's go back up top. Oh, Fish, and they're going to go side for side through what is normally quite a difficult corner on your own. This is going to give J Hig Yoda a hell of a chance to win the race, to be honest. These two fight like this the last couple of corners. It's just got a bit fighty. And I think he's turned Chaos Theory around there. I think that didn't look too smart. We're going to have to look at that afterwards. That looked desperate. And yeah, Chaos Theory is not going to be happy about that. Mr. Fish, on the other hand, will not mind one iota. So here we go. He comes around the final corner. Come down to the line. He will take another superb win. Well done, Mr. Fish. Someone's looking strong this championship. J Hig will nab that second spot. Captain Crampy, as long as the penalty for J Hig isn't too big, actually, he might drop down. Captain Crampy will take 3rd. Tam, so for what am I talking about? It's one lap. Can I not count? It's clearly not said 0 on the timer at the top. Blind or something. Oh, Tam, a lot of grass. Left, then right. Right back on grass. Right, we keep going again. Mr. Fish, you haven't won yet. Luckily, someone wasn't watching the commentary. That's the second time I've done that in like 3 weeks. No, actually, the other time was a bug in the game. Or was it? Or was that a bug? No, I don't think we have had that bug in this on Project Cars 2, so hopefully it wasn't. Yeah, I mean that one clearly didn't say 0, so that one was on me. But yeah, 4.7 seconds. As you saw, look, let's go. Where are they? Yoda and Custody 8th and 9th now. Oh, that's been earlier. So it looked a little bit unlucky, but it looked a little bit. Whether Yoda should have put in the nose of his car there, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's weird. It's so rare we've had that, but we had that last week. It was like, I think, all the other week, Crampy won, and yeah, across the line, and half the drivers carried on and half stopped. And it was like, the race is finished, isn't it? But yeah, right. Mr. Fish, this time, has definitely won. So that is a 0. There we go, checker flag, and all that good stuff. So J Hig will still take 2nd. Captain Crampy will still take 3rd. And Willie Blackhammer, so far, so we're actually so close in the end. Oh, J Hig, how big a time penalty did J Hig have? Captain Crampy took 2nd spot in the end ahead of Willie Blackhammer. Nice podiums for them. Tam taking 4th. Worth taking 5th. Good points for him. Taking advantage of the indiscretions of those further up. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, is that possibly a reference, Leg, to this track in that league a long time ago? Reviewing a certain person, a man made out of a certain artificial material. Yes, thought so. Right, so save the replay yet again. So they all finish. Crunk running off the back, unfortunately, but got to the end, so fair play. Mr. Fish, did he take the fastest lap as well? 1:11.087. He didn't. Chaos Theory, 1:11.046. Yeah, 1:11.046 for Chaos Theory in 8th will be the fastest lap. So well done to him. That will be more handy points. Now I can put that in there. So Chaos Theory in 8th, 1:11.046. See Willie putting the results in here. I think he's missed himself out. Willie, what are you doing, mate? Is he in the chat? Do you think he can hear? I mean, yeah, we're just plenty of douches, to be honest. We're just as bad, aren't we? Yeah, oh, don't worry, I will. It's not history. No, it's not. You're not going to get a long story. Fish, if you're here, find out why Willie hasn't put himself in the results. Or has he realised yet? It's like, why is he not? Why has he missed himself out? Or was he playing through like a dirty, you know what? No, I was unlucky. I did catch that on the stream, but not sure quite why. It's not a long story, unfortunately. That's great driving car. It's very unlucky. A bit gutted for you there, dude. But good from all involved. Let's hop out of the lobby now because that is us done for the evening. All 3 races done and dusted. Yeah, you don't need project cars. You don't need pit stops on Project Cars 3 for certain. Yeah, I didn't know if it looked a bit. I don't even went a bit off time, just misjudged it, and then it just I was just gutting. Problem in these leagues, isn't it? You have a little crash and you end up losing like 8 spots because everyone's close. even in there's gaps, they're not very big. So yes, we'll have to see. Get those results sorted afterwards. Make sure that right. Sorry, totally forgot Motorsport needed more streamlined approach. Cuts are still fresh. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, great story then. So myself, so I was just in another community. Two of my co-founders, Mr. Aerosmudge, you might see his name in the Discord on occasion, Aerosmudge, or Daniel Smith in our ACC races. Story time. Boy, hello, boys and girls. Let's sit down for the story today. So they were running the Xbox side of another community, what is still running a very prominent community. And there were some disagreements with bits and bobs about when they could run races, so they decided to leave. And then the drivers who they were running with Xbox with, people who were racing in their Xbox races, said, well, where have you gone? And we're like, oh, sorry, but yeah, we had to leave due to, differences and whatnot. And they were like, oh, well, I want to race with you guys. And then it was like, right, I don't know, should we start something? I don't know. Let's make somewhere for people to chat. And then, yeah, we did. But even in the Empower, God, that's a bit late. You've literally missed all 3 races. An hour and a half of streaming and you come in now. Good to see you, though, either way. Even in Lewis as well. Well done, man. Cracking driving. Superb achievement for Tier 1, first night in Tier 1. Superb. Yeah, and then so we started OTL. Was like, go on then. Didn't really have many plans to make it big or anything, just somewhere to race. The supportive friends you've got there, Lewis. Supportive friends. And yeah, and it's kind of grown from there. We didn't have really any great ambitions for it, but yeah, it wasn't anything dramatic. Just come out of another community where it wasn't quite working, and then started somewhere else for the guys that want to still race with us. And I love you too. Yeah. Well, I had to practice for tomorrow, right? Yeah. Well. Hey, I don't judge. Empire. Looking forward to seeing you in the Beamers. You actually have to race in the Beamer this time as well. So I won't get any of these. Why is it called the BMW Empower? But he's not in a BMW. Wasn't really a fight to the death. As long as he's Nord review, you said the word. As long as he's Nord review outside the stream. You've got WhatsApp for that, man. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, you can actually. I've got that every time you're in a car that's not a BMW. So why is he in? Because surely he'd pick a BMW. I don't know. Ask him. Lord only knows, frankly. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get back to the DTMs. Don't panic. Just nice to have a bit, a bit of variety. But we'll definitely get there. So right now, Willie has actually put himself into points this time. Well done. Eventually, Willie, you got there in the end. Let's look at the points at the end of this evening. So just provisional, of course, could change a little bit after the night is done. Just double check there that I don't think Willie just had to change something. I think all is good. If it's the only points changing on as we're looking at them, you'll know why. But yeah, Tam with a 13-point lead, 159 over Willie Blackhammer on 146. AJ's in third on 143, only 3 points between them, 16 between the top 3, still very close. Yoda in fourth on 123, only 2 points ahead of Captain Crampy up to fifth now. Mr. Fish so unlucky, took 2 wins tonight and disconnected from fourth in that other race, otherwise he would be up in, let's have a quick check actually, fourth spot would have got him 24 points. Yes, you're looking, he'd be on 138, he'd be very close to AJ at the moment, but yeah, unfortunately back in sixth. Those things do happen. Chaos Siri also disconnecting from that race in 7th, just 3 points behind him. Jay Higg on 105. Has shown great pace. It's not quite gone his way in the races so far. D-Stack in 9th. Crunk Chronic 10th. Wuffen is first night. Tonight 11th, a 4th and a 5th. I think that's pretty good going. Well done to him there. And then Wizardu in 12th spot, who wasn't able to race this evening. Yeah, wasn't here tonight, unfortunately. Cheers, Chaos. Cheers. Much appreciated. Good racing. Really good driving from you guys as well. Always fascinating to see how you would all fare round there. Snetterton, not the easiest track, like you say, especially when it's so close between everybody. But that's what makes it so fun to watch. No, don't worry. I know, Lewis. Yeah, don't worry. I know you've come up from tier 2, but no, fair play. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. Now we get to start. Yeah, now we get to watch Trump get re-elected. Juan. Hey. Whoop-de flipping. Anyways. So yeah, next stream, I'll be back again on Thursday, round number 2 of our GT3 League on Assetto Corsa Competizione. That is at Suzuka. Looking forward to that. Going to be great as always. 38, 40 cars. Let's see how many are attending. 35, I think, signed up at the moment. We'll enjoy that, Callum. Enjoy. But yeah, it's round number 2, hour-long race at Suzuka on ACC on PC on Thursday. Looking forward to that. Second evaluation race for the BMW 235i Championship on the race rim. Salzburgring Grand Prix is on Friday evening. And then on Saturday afternoon, we have our 6-hour Monza race. OTL 6 hours of Monza. ACC Endurance Team event. Juan, is on Thursday, that's on PC. Yeah, that's like 40. But we've got Xbox stuff going on as well now, and PS4. So actually, we have all 3 platforms running for ACC. It's good stuff, very in demand. Yes, you wish that was me actually farting. If you want me, you want me to fart on stream, I'll fart for you on stream. I wish it wouldn't be that clear. Trust me. That was me with my headset mic, and I caught my nail along the the microphone stalk, and yeah, it does sound like me. Look, let's be honest, it sounds like I farted. Trust me, I didn't. Hey Sharpie, at least I'm not like you. Sharpie's got a mod mic, you can take it off your headset. And one day just took his mic off his headset, stood up, put it near his backside and let rip. What a child, hey? What an immature little child he is. We all laughed, it was very funny. Good shout, to be honest. All Rovers Middlesbrough. Whoop whoop. That sounds fascinating. Mod mic, yeah. So it's a game of muscle. If you've watched him, he has one. You just magnetically attach it to the side of whatever headset you use, whatever headphones you use. A bit expensive, but they're pretty cool. Just taken from headphone to headphone. Very, very handy. But yeah, 6 hours of Monza on Saturday afternoon. That'll be just gone to a 2 p.m. start. So yeah, 50 teams, about 125 drivers taking part in that, including you've got Jardier, you've got Dowking, and you do also have Mr. Dan Camish, BTCC driver. Looked pretty good in qualifying on Saturday with his team. So yes, and we've got a lot more quick teams besides as well. So yeah, tune in for that. Should be pretty awesome. Do love watching those. Yeah, just wasn't enough interest. After I think 35 sign-ups, we had 4 GT4s. Yeah, Tom Hunt and Will Neal, who are related to the obvious people with their surnames. So you can work that one out. But no, it should be good. Hopefully they'll do well. I'm rooting for them, to be honest. So let's see. But yeah, no GT4s, just wasn't of interest. So it's better to can it, go to GT3 only, and yeah, the sign-ups cleared up pretty quickly from then on, to be honest. I think we're the 3rd or 4th different place that's done that as well. Had to remove GT4s just because the interest wasn't there. Unless you're one of the massive communities. Yeah, like your sim grids. Then it's pretty hard to get the GT4 interest, but you never know. Maybe next time, we'll see. People might have gotten a little bit too bored of them after they came out. GT4s were so popular that I think maybe they were slightly overdone. I think that might just be why. So it might be that if with a break from them, people might come back to them again. But hey, we'll see. You never know. Fingers crossed. They're well worth a race. They were great to watch. Just very different to drive. But yeah, each their own, I suppose. Each their own. So anyways, yes. I will be back with you on Thursday night for round number 2 of our ACC GT3 League on PC from Suzuka. It's a 60-minute race. Should be good fun. They are just bad GT3 cars. Yeah, true. Oh, fair play, Empire. Yeah, I can understand that, man. I just buy setups or just tell just get Sharpie to make yours. It's fine. Just what I just ask him. Or ask Coach Dave very nicely. There's plenty there as well. So yeah, lots of options if you really wanted to, but yeah, I'll get you anyways. Yeah, so anyways, thank you very much for watching. Cheers for all the new follows, much appreciated. Cheers for the cheers as well. I will be back on Thursday, but yeah, until then, take care, stay safe everyone, and I will see you next time.